Putin breaking news. In Russia, the siege of Leningrad commemorates 80 years. Local and Western media claimed that Russian President Vladimir Putin and supporters attended a series of commemorative activities in St. Petersburg to honor the 80th anniversary of the end of the World War II siege by Nazi troops. Afterwards, the Russian president visited Piskarevskoye Cemetery, the final resting place of thousands of siege victims, and a memorial honoring the slain Soviet defenders of the city, formerly known as Leningrad. Putin was accompanied by Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko at the unveiling of a monument commemorating civilians slain during the Nazi onslaught in Gachina, a town outside of St. Petersburg that had hosted camps for Soviet detainees of war. Situation in Leningrad after intense battle. The Red Army also managed to break the blockade on January 19, 1943, after nearly 2.5 years. President Putin's father was a wounded World War II soldier who battled for Leningrad when he was born there. Zimneva further mentioned that when the Nazis besieged Leningrad on September 8, 1941, she had more than 40 relatives living there. Out of all those who were besieged, just 13 managed to survive until the siege was broken. An outdoor exhibition in downtown St. Petersburg served as a prelude to the anniversary monuments, bringing to light some of the city's darkest historical incidents. An integral part of Russian culture is the war that the Soviet Union fought and lost, which claimed the lives of around 27 million people. Russian villagers have been murdered and blood has been found in the snow after the release of the world's largest tigers. In the midst of a series of violent fights that have instilled dread among the populace, a tiger in Far East Russia killed a man and his dog. The most terrifying surveillance footage ever recorded shows prowling Amur tigers, the biggest big cats on Earth, attacking guard dogs multiple times. Russian President Vladimir Putin was an early leader in rehabilitating the Amur tiger in its native habitat in eastern Russia, and this current brutality follows in his footsteps. Although the Amur tiger population has increased significantly since Putin began his campaign, it is still considered a threatened species. More than 750 are said to be free-ranging at this time, with a number of them making their way into Russian cities and villages, where they terrorize unsuspecting residents. Some think that the tiger-human conflict is due to urban development, since the tigers are unable to locate their typical food source. Sergei Kulchin, a zoologist, spoke with the Russian environmental news website Kedr to explain his thoughts on the worrying scenario. According to him, in my view, increased tiger attacks are associated with the destruction of the predators' habitats due to logging, excessive hunting of the tiger's prey, and African swine fever, which has decimated the remaining wild boar population. The erosion and fragmentation of forests decrease the tiger's habitat, as well as that of its prey, leading tigers to seek alternative food, e.g. livestock, in or near human habitations, noted a 2018 report by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, citing similar reasoning for tiger-human conflicts in Far East Russia. Human hunting has significantly reduced the amount of prey items available to tigers. According to the WWF, the same beast that had devoured Victor S.'s dog earlier that year mauled and killed him in December. An assault occurred in Ober village, Khabarovsk area, while Victor was gone to look for the place where the dog was killed. According to his wife, after the horrible massacre, all that remained of him was a disturbing bloodstain on the snow. One Russian group working to preserve the Amur tiger, founded at Putin's behest, issued a statement reading, "We express our sincere condolences to the relatives and friends of the deceased. There has been a massive slaughter of guard dogs in several eastern Russian districts, including those responsible for protecting homes and border checkpoints. 2 dogs were murdered and eaten throughout the last weekend in the village of Kutuzovka, which is located south of Khabarovsk city. In addition to animals, humans face a grave threat. A wild tiger attacked 19-year-old fisherman Sergei Khalanzyuga last year after jumping out of a window of a secluded cottage in eastern Russia. Khalanzyuga suffered significant injuries. It was reported that the ravenous and undernourished beast lunged at the window, shattered it, and then seized the adolescent. It was Sergei's cousin who shot the animal while he was there, after sustaining severe lacerations to her shoulder and both arms last year. A 26-year-old woman narrowly escaped another assault by the same species of cat. While on a holiday excursion, she ducked into some bushes to use the restroom. Her husband rescued her by driving their truck into the animal, which pounced on her.